Instead of going up and down the stairs. So I don't have to be bothered.
Yeah, I think the event is on when we run all events outside the parks, we do and programs as well. Yeah, well, I'm aware of that. One arch to go up, absolutely. One of the areas we have a green solid base there. Still right north of the Green States. Well, it's feeling like that. To run for them all in, it's not like it's not passenger. So if you guys help us, we'll give you another like 10-15 minutes and we'll go around up to more than happy and actually, if you're up for it, is we can actually run some smaller events where, rather than you just advertising to people, we can actually do a you've got content around what do you like how the phone still fits into the sales process. Because the event we're running in London is around humanising the sales process, so we're talking about moving away from the funnel or I mean, to be honest, like we definitely yeah, I mean the big message is more about.
Are you having a drink? I'm going to get a wine.
We can't pay for ourselves.
It's Wednesday, so wine Wednesday.
I'm just going to go along with it because pretty much everyone who goes in, you know, so we're selling because we move the desk around, one of the switches, and it killed half the
Can you not move my thing? I'll get lost. Wait, so you make it look like it's going bad.
And then I was like, well, actually, I need to change the eyes and all sorts of shit. Help yourself with food. That's what we're trying to get.
You got a link, please? Christmas countdown is on. Oh, yes. Best conversation all year. 20 days.
Do you like Christmas, mate?
Oh, I love Christmas. It's like my most favourite time of the year.
See, I didn't used to like Christmas, but since I have children, I love it now.
Do you?
Yeah, because it's all about them, isn't it? Actually,
I think that's going to work like it. I'll be like, hey. Come on, kids.
It does make it more exciting again because I think as an adult, you constantly spend your whole time trying to regain the magic that Christmas was when you were a kid. And you kind of get a bit of that back when you've got children, which is nice. And they get so excited. I mean, they've been pecking mad about putting the tree up for about 3 weeks, and we're going to do it this weekend. So.
My colleagues doing the
elf on the shelf, where.
He's running out of ideas rapidly.
Yeah. So we don't do that because it sounds a bit pretentious, but my wife doesn't. My wife doesn't like it because she doesn't like the concept of. Because the elf is meant to be naughty and do naughty things. She doesn't like the concept of displaying that as a positive, but it's a bit pretentious. I quite like the idea, but you know, she's a teacher, so yeah, she's a teacher. I work in business, so you know, you can see the. Exactly. Except when it suits you. Where are you from? What user?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Not necessarily trial department in that side, but as a business.
Yeah. So are you HubSpot partner agency or is HubSpot private?
Client side. I've done a lot of work agency side, but big one.
I'm so excited because we've got the
Fantastic.
spots chat as well now, and we get to get on it. Yeah. So when someone actually applied with us, I'll let them start.
Fantastic. Well, I'm not with Six and Flow actually. I'm with Circle Loop. We're a technology company. We build cloud-based solutions, including a phone system which integrates with HubSpot. So hence the parity why I'm here. So obviously know Rich reasonably well from the Manchester scene. So we're based down in Lancashire. So we became HubSpot Connect partners in July. We built our integration and then went through the approval process. So it's really wrapping ourselves around the HubSpot community, to be honest. It's
Did you work with
well, so we integrate with Capsule, Pipedrive, Zoho, HubSpot, Infusionsoft, Intercom, Drift, Chrome, Chrome, not as a CRM but as an extension, and there's a few others coming next year as well. So we sort of see integrations as our primary route to market, really. Because phone systems are phone systems, right? And phone systems have a horrendous reputation in the UK. Telco providers are a bunch of shysters. So we're trying to push against that grain. So we're fully UK built, which is quite rare. And the idea is to be a challenger in the market. So the company's only about 3 years old. We've been trading with a vengeance for about 18 months. And it's these communities that really generate. But I mean, the HubSpot Connect integration has just been an incredible lead generator for us. Because the integration automates call note taking, automates contact synchronization, etc. It's driving massive productivity benefits. So I'm not saying it's an easy sell, but it's people see the value of it more in this sort of community, rather than just going knocking on the door and going, "Hey, I've got a better phone system. Everyone, I don't care, leave me alone." So we've had this year particularly has been extraordinary, really, in terms of just really pushing the growth and letting it slide. So it's been interesting, and like I say, just linking in with fellow HubSpot. I mean, we're HubSpot users ourselves. We've our entire hi there. Hi. Matt, nice to meet you. I've got bread in my mouth. Apologies.
That's fine. It's all right.
There's an open bar. So
still 3 years in.
35 now. So we've done a couple of investment rounds. So one of the nice things about cloud-based is you own the IP, actually you can rate against it. So we're done 2 investment rounds. We're 35 employees. We're probably 50 by the end of the financial year. Primarily development. So I mean, we're a software company that develops a phone system rather than a telco provider. So the beauty being we're in control of the stack. We see really what we want to do with it and what customers want to do. We're just trying to be a challenger. We're trying to be a lot more customer centric, and people come to us, they join, they come up with ideas for the roadmap, and we do them, and it's very much customer first ethos, rather than this is what you get with it sort of process. And I think that mentality is welcome, particularly in organisations that are digital first, that are customer focused, and actually rely upon delivering great service otherwise they don't. Same goes, we're a no contract model, so if we're not great, people leave. Simple as same with exactly. I think so. I suppose at enterprise level, whilst customers are demanding from a quality and consistency perspective, they're much less demanding from a obviously if it could do this sort of concept perspective, but we positioned ourselves very much in SME. So we said actually, this is the underlooked and underserved proportion of the market. You know, you like to BT, you like to talk Virgin, Bonars, Aircall, you don't really care about it. You have no interest in it. Exactly. You get what you give, and if you sign a 3-year deal, and that's it. Whereas we've gone, actually, do you know what? We're going to build something that's different, that's customer driven, that we don't lock you into a contract, so we have to make it work. It puts the pressure on us to make it work. Yeah, no, it's fine. So we're called Circle Leap. So we've got a cloud-based phone system that integrates with HubSpot. Yeah, I was just explaining that we're very much in the challenger space. So a little bit like Mongo and the sort of challenge in the fintech world, we're kind of a telco challenger. They just crowdfunded £20 million. 20 million.
I don't have someone I can do that.
Well, they didn't even have a debit card. They didn't even have a debit card at the time. I'll tell you what an amazing job they've done with the brand and the message. You know, and this whole crowdfunding piece is amazing because actually, if you crowdfund 20 million quid, I mean, I don't know what that equates to in number of people that have invested, but it will be a large number of people that have invested. They're all customers naturally. So you invest in something, you're going to be a customer, right?
I've seen them as presentations, it's always like this.
The Wi-Fi is, if you go on the guest watch, whatever it's called, it's just whatever this venue called in the case. Friends of Ham in the case.
Yeah, so like you can get
your phone is like
but then like when I go into Amsterdam, Pocket picked up as soon as it's welcome to Amsterdam, they need to know about the finances and stuff.
It's customer first. The big challenge is the customer first, and that's, I mean, you know, that's the ethos we're trying to adopt as well. Taking all of the bad stuff about telecoms that exists in the market, long contracts, funky hardware, installation, setup fees, all that stuff. So we don't need any of that. Let's just do it this way. And, you know, we're particularly, like I say, within the integration technology, so technology partner, Capture, Pipedrive, Intercom, etc. Those communities, they see a value beyond the phone system when you can integrate it into CRM.
That's the biggest
It is, yeah. Because the thing is, you can build a new way of thinking, but actually, if you can't differentiate it sufficiently, people don't see the value of it. So if we haven't gone down the route of trying to build really tight integrations with the tools that people are already using, I don't think we'd have a key differentiator either. The technologies are differentiated. Nobody cares about that. You know, to be brutally honest, we can build amazing technology, but nobody cares. You know, we've built what we or dial directly through CRM. Exactly. That's it. Well, you know, business owners primarily looking for productivity and efficiency. So actually, particularly in the digital sector, it's all about billable hours. It's about keeping your overheads as tight as you can whilst retaining customers. It's about staff handover because there's a high churn rate in the sector as well. and making sure the client still get that amazing service even when staff are handing over, or even if someone's on holiday. So, you know, I suppose we've set it out to build a bonus. We've got 35 at the moment, so we're relatively early stage. We're 3 years old as a business, trading across with a vendor for like 18 months. So we're up to about 9,000 active users at that time. So we are relatively small in telco terms, but also we're Amazon AWS hosted, so we're ultimately interested in and the stats are we built the IP ourselves from the ground up, hence the 18 months it took to build it. So yeah, it's been we're in good shape. I mean, without getting into too much detail, out of Lancashire actually, it's very unusual for it to happen. You don't often find such companies like ours based in Lancashire. In fact, I think we are the only IP owning tech company in the UK based in Lancashire. There's nobody else in the UK that has built their own phone solutions. They're all white labeling US solutions. But like I say, me telling you that, you go, that's really cool, but don't make you buy it, right? It's the productivity benefit and the efficiency that it drives in a business. It's weird. Like I say, you can stand here all day long and say you've got the most amazing technology, but nobody cares. It's only when you can sit down to somebody and say, right, I will save you 5 hours per week per person in productivity. Then all of a sudden they're like, okay, tell me more now. So yeah, it's been great. This year particularly, it's been strong. We're just trying to wrap ourselves around these communities really. It is, yeah. Absolutely.
Researching new things, new truths.
Yes, absolutely right. That's it. The HubSpot ecosystem is great as well. I mean, I'm a massive fan of HubSpot as a tool anyway. We use it ourselves as our CRM in-house. But I'm just a fan of the ecosystem, of the ethos and everything. It's just kind of really
friendly.
Exactly, yeah. And I think HubSpot is becoming a very customer-driven organisation as well, actually. I think, exactly, yeah. I think,
we're wondering from the very basic CRM stuff that we get also from that. So much more value than any of the CRM networks.
I agree. Well, that's it. If you look at these three functionalities you get in the sales module, three functionalities we use it for everything, so we're all in. We're sales, marketing and support on HubSpot, the whole thing. We've been really... the pre-sales are brilliant anyway. When you start upgrading into professional packages, you can get all of your content into the ecosystem, so you've got your blog, your landing page, your email, social media, all managed in one place. They're very much going after the Salesforce audience now. You know, we're bringing the sales and support modules in as well. They're going after that big enterprise Salesforce audience. Hopefully they'll stay customer focused and stay at that SME level.
That's the thing, it's so easy to just get wrong, isn't it?
Carried away into enterprise and then you're gone, aren't you?
It's all about the customer nowadays, especially with social media that we were talking about. Content oriented, all the other business groups that is coming to life.
And that's the challenge as we scale, so it will be our challenge as well. As we get bigger and bigger, we say 9,000 customers today. But as we scale, the challenge will be to remain customer focused. So, I'm I'm responsible for all commercials, so marketing and sales. So if I have anything to do with it, we'll remain customer focused. But actually, the challenge is, you know, when 9,000 users is 200,000 users or 2 million users, then
all have the same.
exactly.
Big test for you guys.
Yeah, that's it. Although I think we're set up to scale it in the right way. A lot of it
We
is.
team around as well, and that's why people don't trust.
Exactly. That's it. We're very proud to be built and based in the UK. So actually, that's one thing that's very important to us, is that we maintain that UK focus. Exactly. So if you pick up the phone to ring us, somebody picks the phone up. You know that. Yeah, well, I suppose that is nice as well. I guess it's not.
To get that sense of.
You get the sense of the Britishness of it, I guess. We have we don't only employ British people, of course, but you know.
You guys are Brazilian, by the way. I'm telling you that now. Brazilians are not welcome here.
Yeah.
But I do understand it's nice to have like somebody who can talk the same language as
Well, certainly the same language. You know, we have one of our sport teams from Czechoslovakia, and he's obviously he's got the accent, but he's very good English. Yeah, I guess as we scale, that's the challenge. The challenge is to remain small enough.
to maintain that quality, maintain like the essence of.
Yeah, what we're trying to do. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's exciting. It's a fun adventure.
We've been challenged all the time at work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it. Well, that's it. And had a bit of a sneak preview of the presentation, so we're going to see some good stuff around humanising sales and marketing, which is really nice.
We'll start about 5 minutes if everybody wants to grab a drink first.
Yeah, some good presentations. And I'm not only saying that because I'm talking.
It's going to be amazing, you know.
Get you some food before it all goes.
There's a couple more boards coming as well.
Evening, everybody. Thanks for coming to the final Leeds HUG of the year. It's nice to see you all. Some a couple of new faces in there. It's good to see everybody. So tonight, pretty much the normal format that we have with all the HUGs that we run. So although we don't have anybody from HubSpot this time, we decided to do two from kind of our own internal team tonight. So we've got Charlotte, who heads up our biz dev activity. So she's going to talk through humanising the sales process. We also have Matt, who joins us from Circle Loop, who is a HubSpot Connect partner. So he's just going to give a quick presentation on what the software tech stuff that they do fits within the kind of HubSpot loop. And then we've got Ads, who is our head of strategy. So he's going to talk to you through about kind of the processes and stuff that we go through to give you, like, the idea we were hoping is that you'll all end up with a kind of couple of takeaways that you can use with your own processes and things like that. Hopefully that's the idea. As with last time, we've got like a bunch of money behind the bar, so like feel free to get drinks. There's more food coming down as well. We're not trying to buy your love, I swear. So yes, questions. As with last time, I think what worked really well last time is because it was a smaller group and it's kind of we're all closer together. It works really well if people are getting engaged, chatting, asking questions, and that's what I really enjoyed about last time. So if you do have any questions, then obviously give us a shout, butt in, ask them, whatever. So first up, Charlotte.
Hello. So let me work this thing out first. So yeah, I'm Charlotte. So obviously Six and Flow, t-shirt you said there. And I do business development for Six and Flow. So we're just going to go through how we use video and how we've used it to try and humanise the sales process as well. So any questions or anything, chip in, don't kind of wait till the end, just ask as we go through. But who here as well, just to get kind of a feel, is on the marketing side of things? Okay, and any sales people? Okay, cool. So communication has changed. So historically, old kind of sales way was either cold calling or really wordy emails that nobody really wanted to read and get sent through. So spam, having how many of you get kind of a daily email of someone sending you kind of a really long bit of text that tells you everything that they can do for you that has absolutely no recollection or anything to do with you guys as a business? Yeah? And so no one likes it, no one replies to them, they go straight into the bin and they just get kind of churned through. And it's how we communicate in our own lives. So what we've looked at with introducing video is that how we can replicate how we communicate outside of work to how we communicate in a work situation. So people buy from people. People like, so you're all here today, you all get to see each other, you see faces, you see humans, you don't just see a block of text. So it's how people would interact in their own lives as well as work. Sales involves human, as said, so at any point in a sales process you will speak to a human, you'll communicate whether it is online or whether it's face-to-face or whether it's through a video. So looking at how humans can really help that sales process and looking at competition-wise as well. So if you are up against competitors, you've got kind of looking at how you guys can differentiate yourselves and be more personal in that process. Sales on transactions. So this is something that we've kind of really tried for us and then also our clients to move away from that mindset of a sale being a transaction. So it being, again, that more personalised relationship building, nurturing relationships and not just seeing it as kind of a quick win and a quick sale process. Again, people are leads and numbers, so not just spreadsheets, moving away from just facts and figures and again making it more kind of that relationship. So be more human is kind of the takeaway. And use video. So this is kind of where we wanted to focus. So as an agency, about 6 months ago, Rich asked us to start looking at how we could use video. And I was really, really against it because the idea of sitting in front of a screen, seeing my face, and then sending my face to loads of people was really awkward. Like really awkward. Rich went far, he bought a shed for the office. So the shed's no longer in the office, but the shed at the start was where we could record videos and we were able to go there. It was soundproofed, it was a very high-tech shed, a carpet, everything. And that was where I used to go into the shed. I'd probably record a good 10 videos before I sent it to somebody, and the process at the start was a little bit lengthy and I went back and forth, but something that I've learned over the last kind of that 6-month period is that just sitting at your desk and seeing it as though you're just leaving a voicemail for somebody or just doing a video and just clicking send actually comes across a lot better rather than doing a really overly scripted, overly edited, planned video. So we now use video as part of our sales process. So if you guys were to download a guide or you were to convert onto our site, you would either get a call from me. If I couldn't get through to you, you'd then get a video from me that said it was my face in the corner and then your website, and it would be related to whatever bit of content you've downloaded. So when you open the email, you'll see your site and then my face, look at you, and it's all around kind of what you've downloaded and what I can see from your site. So the video will be around what quick wins I can see, or you downloaded our conversational marketing guide, have you guys thought about putting chat on? I think this could be a really good page for you to put chat on. So it gives a quick win, and also it's really personalised from that moment you open it. It makes people want to click on it because it's different, and it takes 5 minutes, and any of the salespeople in the room might be the same, but I am not someone to sit and write wordy long emails because I get myself all confused and saying the same thing, and people in sales as well are a lot better at just saying their point rather than writing it down. So on that kind of time scale side, it's a lot more effective. Ignore how it's kind of like on this way with my face. But so we use it for communication. So this is a video I did this morning, now turned into a GIF. We had a prospect come to see us 2 days ago, had a really good meeting with them, and they had a meeting with their CEO today just to go through everything that we've gone through. So I did a video with me, Adam, who's our head of strategy, and then also Bex, who's our head of client services, just to say, hey, I know you guys have got the meeting today, I just thought it might be quite nice to put some faces to names. We're obviously going to be talking about this, so I just thought it might be quite nice to meet who we are. And then introduce Adam, gave an overview of how he would help the process if we work together, and the same with Bex. And it's instead of just saying, oh, I hope the meeting goes well, and that kind of little nudge that just to get them to reply, it's being able to say, hey, I just wanted to say, like, hope the meeting goes well, this is who we are, and it just, again, it humanises and personalises that process. This, again, we now do proposals using video as well. So historically, before we started doing video, we would send someone a proposal, it was really wordy, it was overly theory focused probably, and just a little bit too kind of word dump focused. So we now do proposals using video. So that is either doing it if we have somebody that is live and we can do a screen share Zoom video, or if we can't, we can do a Loom video for them. And it's us being able just to talk through the logic behind what we've put together for a proposal and then kind of what the words really mean. And again, it's really nice for people to be able to share it internally, so that a lot of the time we're talking to one point of contact, they then have to go and let the rest of the team or the decisions makers know what conversation we've had, and this helps just being able to kind of put that transparent and kind of in place for them. This one should play. Probably can't hear it, but this is kind of how the video looks. So with that prospecting video, this is what it looks like. So this, and then also, so that's when we use it kind of the prospecting and reaching out, and then using it. So the differences between the two videos, so the first one is using it from a sales perspective, so me reaching out to a client, a prospect after I've had a meeting saying, great, it was really nice to meet you, you mentioned you wanted to see X, Y, and Z, so here that is. And then the second one is we're now using video in our recruitment process. So if you, oh yeah.
Sorry, can I just ask a question first?
Yeah, of course.
When you have a prospect
If I can answer it.
and you send video,
Yeah.
is that all, do you also send them a copy? Do you also send them text with it?
The text that I will say is, hey, you downloaded this guide. We are kind of a little bit of a prospect kind of, we are a growth agency, we work with clients that are similar to you. I thought that you could benefit from using inbound or ABM or conversation, kind of whichever one the topic is around on your site. I've put a quick video together for you.
Right,
And that,
okay.
so the text is 2 or 3 lines
Right.
maximum, so it's really kind of, it's short, snappy.
And the deeper you get into the question, or the deeper you get into the topic, you don't expand on the text. You really move everything to video.
Everything to video, yeah, because
We did like a lot of experimentation. We used to think actually clients want to hear everything. We want to show them how smart we are straight off the bat. And actually, when we looked at everything, we were ending up with clients that were sitting on proposals for a long time. They weren't responding to emails. And actually, we quizzed a few of like closed, lost deals that hadn't evaporated. And they were like, yeah, you guys are obviously smart, but fuck, I'm going to read that and try an email or whatever. So we were like, you know what? Let's put some pretty pictures in, reduce all the copy out, turn it into a video, and it works so much better.
so much better. And from a kind of a sales perspective, it's increased kind of replies from sales emails as well. So you'll still get people that aren't ready to have a conversation. It's not going to all of a sudden make every single lead that you have through want to talk to you, but it does make people reply to you. So I've had people come back saying, no, I'm not interested right now, but I really appreciate the fact you've done a video, and I really appreciate the fact you've looked at my site, and I appreciate this, kind of the whole process. So it starts a conversation that just means that they might not be ready there and then, but you can start that conversation saying, great, that's fine, let's reconnect in a couple of months, and then you can send another video, and when you reconnect in a couple of months, because they've remembered the first time you sent the video and you send another one, it links it together and kind of separates what you're doing, and also it puts a face to a name. It's nice to see who's behind the name as well. A mix, to be honest. Yeah, so majority of the lead gen that we do is inbound, the inbound agency stuff. But we do it with cold, kind of, if we've got a good fit lead, so not kind of cold, but somebody that we've got kind of legitimate interest in, we work in that sector, then yeah, absolutely. And just saying, hey, this is a type of client that we work with, we've done X, Y, and Z, we actually think that we could do this with you, and have you thought about doing X, Y, and Z on your site as well?
You're right, just go back a slide.
Yeah, of course. Say yes.
So what? The website in the background was the website of the person that contacted
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
So you screenshotted them and said, this is a page I think I can help.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can share with you afterwards because you can't hear it as well here, but I can share kind of a couple of examples and send them to you. But the idea is that their site's in the background. In a bit, you can scroll through, so you can click onto different areas of their site and say, this is where I think that you can have some quick wins. This is where I think we could support you. And then kind of just go through.
So when you do that, they see a thumbnail image that has their brand, their site behind it, so they can immediately see that it is something personal to them. Yeah. Like you would have seen, so if you've ever engaged with Vidyard or some of those companies, they would have sent you a sales pitch with somebody holding up a whiteboard with your name written on it as well. And that's supposed to make it look personal. It's exactly the same principle. The click-through rates on it, because you're like, shit, this is actually somebody who is engaging with my brand. I better find out what they're saying because they could be telling me that they just set up some sort of con or whatever. But you are good at engaging. Yeah.
Yeah, and you'll be doing with kind of different integrations that you've got with HubSpot as well. You can track when people are opening and watching the video as well. So, and I don't know if you could hear in that, but with, I'll come on to it in a minute, but Vidyard integration with HubSpot, you can now put a CTA at the end of the video. So as soon as the video stops, it'll then, you'll I don't know how many people are on HubSpot currently. Yeah. Okay, so and you all know about the meeting links that you can do? So you can have the let me just press cancel. So you can have it so that as soon as the video stops, your CTA comes up at the end of the video saying, hey, book a time with me to have a chat about this in more detail. So rather than them having to go back to the email and reply to you, or back to the email and use a meeting link that you've got as text, it's there and then, so that they can say, yeah, okay, they're in, this is great, I want to chat, I want to find out more, and book it there and then. This is the one I think we're going to see.
So the difference between the two videos, the first one is sort of a bit more up and ready, where the other one's a bit more polished.
Yeah,
I
so
think that's the one. Is
yeah.
that
that's the difference between, because that's how we've used both of them in kind of our marketing side and kind of recruitment side of the business, and then kind of internal recruitment, and then the sales side. So we've looked at it the sales side, it works a lot better, a little bit rough and kind of rough to the edges and kind of...
It's more authentic.
Yeah, 100%. And we...
When you do a Facebook Live or something, you're in the moment, but
yeah.
when I talk to most clients, they're like, oh no, we need a studio, we need the lights, we need the camera, we need the action,
Yeah.
but...
100%. So that's kind of what we were looking at the start, kind of how we're going to approach it, hence the shed and kind of all the equipment that we got. But
there's that age-old quote, and I'm totally going to misquote it, but like perfect is the enemy of done. So like if you wait for like a film studio, it's never going to happen. You're going to spend thousands of pounds and produce one video a month. Whereas Charlotte pumps these things out every day. We have 2 sides.
just like videos.
And they are so cheap and easy to do now. Like you don't. Yes, using the phone can look a bit jerky. We've all seen those types of videos on LinkedIn where somebody's on the bike walking along, going, "Look how great I am," type stuff. And that has their place, but it's everybody's seen them now. If you've got a phone and get a tripod, that is enough to make it look professional enough. Or you can use your phone, your laptop.
I record all these from my laptop. So all the videos that I do, I don't move from my desk. It's as though it's exactly the same process as though I am leaving somebody a voicemail, because I just do it from my desk and then send it there and then. So you'll have kind of another thing we were worried about at the start is having background noise or people walking behind you or anything, but that kind of adds to the video as well, so that it does look like you are reaching out to them, because it's kind of, you want to do it straight away because you're excited because you've seen something that you can really help them with. So, and that's where the differences come, that with the second video, that is a little bit more polished, because that's for our recruitment process, and so that is put into a workflow that if you apply for a role, you then get a video, and we want that to be probably a little bit more polished because it's
less personal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, less of a conversation
than just.
One thing I would say, and it's weird, but poor video quality is okay. Poor sound quality on a video really pisses people off because you can't hear things. So if you are going to do this stuff, so Charlotte has a USB headphone mic thing that plugs into her computer, or use your Apple headphones or whatever on your phone. Use a microphone that's actually going to pick up the sound properly and try and muffle out some of the other stuff.
Yeah, 100%. And it takes time. Like, it took me a while to realise that I could come to work with my hair up and still do a video, and that you didn't have to think, oh God, someone's going to see my face today, or... You should see some of them. But it works, and it takes that little bit of time to get the confidence up to do them and get people's replies. But as soon as you start to see that people are like, I want to have a chat about this, and this is something we can do, then the momentum really builds. Yeah?
Sorry to keep it going. So are you using this instead of just picking up the phone and giving the phone call? Or is this kind of a stage after the phone call?
It depends on the lead as well. So some leads, majority will do a quick phone call. If we don't get through, we then go to video. And then some leads we go straight to the video. It depends on one capacity as well. I like to do the video first personally, so I've trialled both sides of it, and I think it's a nicer first call to say, hey, I sent you a video, did you get it, and has that come through okay? Yeah, exactly. And also I love it, people feel like they should talk to you afterwards because you've sent them a video of your face and they've seen you, and I'm not great at technology. Video is fine, technology.
Do you have enough data to actually talk about the uptick in responses?
Yeah, we do. So the way that we've looked at it is we've added, so the videos go through as a sequence, so that we can then see the meetings that have been booked on the back of it, the open rates and the reply rates on it. So I don't have it right now, but yeah, we can have a look at that. Yeah.
And that's made a versus the traditional email for you. You've got a measurable difference in response rate.
Yeah, 100%.
And progress of the leads.
Yeah, 100%. And it's helped with referrals as well. So I've had a lead come through that has had my video, but I've never sent it to them. They're from a different company, and they come to us saying, hey, I saw you did this video, and this is kind of what we need you to do for our side. It also works. So we had another prospect who, they had offices in the UK, and they also had an office in New York. And the UK guy downloaded a guide. I'd seen he'd opened the guide, so I sent him a video saying, hey, just seen you open this guide, I wanted to make sure you had everything. I actually think there's a couple of quick wins you can do. And then within about 10 minutes of sending that video, someone in the US from the same company converted on a different guide. So instead of ringing them, I sent them a video saying, hey, this could just be really good timing, or you're talking to this other guy at this moment, I've seen you've downloaded this, I've just mentioned this to him, I think this is, and both the videos kind of backed each other up in the sales process, and they then came back being like, we loved it, like, how did you know that both of us were connected, and you referenced both of us in each video, and it just links up that you can use the HubSpot tools and you know you've got a lead from the same company, but it's just being a bit transparent, saying we know you're both from the same company, we know you probably just watched the video I've just sent you, so I wanted to say hi. So the HubSpot and video integration, how many of you guys do you know it exists, or have you used it, or, yeah, a couple of you nods? So HubSpot now have an integration with Vidyard, which means that you can send one of these videos straight from HubSpot. So if you... Okay. So if you are in HubSpot, you can go onto an email, and then there's a little button, I'll show you a video of how you do it. So yeah, so you go onto an email, and then down here there's a little button that looks like a camera. You can click onto that, it will load, and then you've got any videos that you've done previously. So if you did want to send a generic one, or you can do start a video, so a new one, and within that you can either do screen share, upload, or just your face. And then you select one, and then that goes into the email, and it embeds itself into the email. So you've got the thumbnail so they can see that their site's in the background, and then you've got it all in HubSpot so that it's all trackable. So when you're looking at kind of how many times someone's opened an email, how many times they've clicked it, it'll have how many times they've clicked the video as well, so you can see the analytics from it. You can also use it, we've not got a video right now, but on the marketing side of things, of uploading, using the Vidyard integration to put videos onto blogs, and then putting a CTA at the end of those. You can either have it as a meeting link CTA, a form CTA, so that it all links together. Then you can also, when you're putting the videos onto the marketing side of things, you can link it back to a campaign that you have as well, so that, and this is kind of something that HubSpot's really concentrating on at the moment, is the video side of things, hence the new integration. And then just being able to make it so that it's easy, so you're not having to get different programs and kind of go here, there and everywhere and copy and paste video and try and get a nice thumbnail. It just all integrates. And I think that is it. So ask me questions, but only if I can answer them. Any questions?
When you just said that, what was Vidyard?
So Vidyard was, so previously Vidyard was a standalone video platform where you could do everything that I've just said. You need like a Google Chrome extension. You can either video so it's your whole desktop, or you can do just tab, and then you've got your face in the bottom. So that used to be just a program on its own, and then you'd have to do a video, download the video, and then upload it into an email to send. So the Vidyard integration means that it's there. So again, it's trying to save that admin and that time side, so a video is just doing it there and then.
So you don't save anywhere, you do it in Vidyard.
Yep.
And you can just
And then press straight send, yeah.
So is Vidyard still an independent, or is it only HubSpot?
No, yeah, it's still independent. So, but they've just got kind of an integration with it, so you can still use Vidyard on its own, and you can also use it. Yeah. Yeah, we do. So we do, if any of you follow us on Instagram, you might have seen Rose's face, who's in the back corner. We do an Inside Six pretty much every day for us. And that's kind of on a brand side of things. So rather than on a new business side, that's on a brand of saying what we're doing on a day-to-day basis. So we have a different person internally say, this is what my concentration is this week, or this is what's really exciting that we've seen happen this week, and it's kind of just a couple of minute video that goes onto Instagram, goes onto stories, and then we can share it that way. We've also doing a bit more video on LinkedIn, so that we do quite a lot of organic posting. So looking at saying we've got a new guide out, and this is how the guide can potentially help you, and kind of using it as an organic lead gen. we're then looking at putting that text into a video as well, so that we're doing a bit of kind of testing around the two of whether the video or the text works better on LinkedIn, but it's still at that kind of starter point.
Video works incredibly well in other areas like customer support as well, or account management.
Yeah.
So we've got clients that we do video recording for. We have clients that, where we're helping clients with using platforms like HubSpot, there are questions that have been asked over and over again. So it's very easy for us to do a video and say, here is how you do this, and then we can use that as a kind of a repeat video that we keep sending out. So it works very well on video, but actually it works really well whenever you have a conversation with someone. It can be done by video, because it gives us face time.
We use video pretty much like in every team internally. So whether it's for this, it's the recorded video that's sent, but then looking at kind of the wider side of video. So we don't really have kind of as many traditional calls. We have Zoom calls with people, so we can see their faces, we can see reactions to things, we can build kind of that relationship up with them as well. So, and then Rich is right, we do a load of HubSpot training with people. So one of the things that how we support some of our clients is around training and HubSpot support. So we've looked at that. Used to be sitting around a room, and for some people that still works, doing kind of workshop style training sessions, but now it's more, okay, this is actually how you do it, I'll send it to you, and then you can share that with other people internally as well. Yeah.
On that, I don't know if you get it with like the kind of clients you work with, but do you ever find that there's a bit of difficulty with people on the other end not quite getting the technology?
Yeah, one of these at least. Yeah, two of these this week.
It's that in between bit where you're like,
Everybody managed to grab a drink and ready? Cool. So next we've got Matt, who's joining us from Circle Loop. Circle Loop are a Connect partner. For those of you who don't understand what that means, Connect partners are part of the HubSpot ecosystem, so they are apps and services that are connecting on the technological layer type thing. I'm going to make myself sound like an idiot. You can explain exactly what you guys do. So Matt's just going to explain about what Circle Loop does, how it works, that kind of stuff. So thank you, Matt.
Thank you very much. Cheers. I didn't get a round of applause. Okay, as Rich said, I'm Matt. I'm Marketing Director at Circle Loop, so member of the founding team. We are a telco provider, so sorry, you can boo now if you want. Telephony has a horrendous reputation in the UK as organisations that take your money and lock you into lengthy contracts and provide you with frankly a really clunky service that you've got to ring somebody in a different country to speak to about. So a few years ago we set off on a journey of trying to challenge telephony in the UK. We're still a relatively early business, 3 years in, trading with a vengeance for about 18 months. And this year we became a HubSpot Connect partner, which is really exciting for us. First and foremost because HubSpot is such a supportive organisation of SMEs like ourselves, and secondly because we believe we've got something really cool. I'll let you be the judge of that as I tell you about it. So, what is Circle Loop? He says it, furiously clicking and nothing's happening. So, turns out that I'm no good at technology either. So, yeah, basically Circle Loop is a modern alternative to the telcos of the past. If you wanted a business phone system a few years ago, you would have had to ring up a provider, probably BT or Vodafone or Von or someone like that. They would have sent an engineer down, they would have done a site visit, they'd have scoped out your needs, they'd have brought a load of desk phones along, they'd have plugged a switch into your wall, they'd have put route settings in, they'd have plugged all your desk phones in, you'd have assigned a DDI to each of those numbers, you'd have waited about 3 or 4 days for it to be provisioned, and then you'd have paid them, you'd have got locked into a 3-year deal, probably, and you'd have paid them an absolute arm and a leg each month. So, a few years ago we had a look at it and we said that's just crazy. We were in the same boat, we had a business before this, we were getting absolutely rinsed by a VoIP provider. We had desk phones on the desks that no one was using because nobody wanted a desk phone anymore. Everyone had reverted to their mobiles, which wasn't great because everyone was exposing their personal numbers to all the customers. Also, if those people leave, they take the address book with them, it's not great. So, cloud technology has moved on to the extent now that HubSpot is cloud-based to all intents and purposes. Email is cloud-based, CRM systems are cloud-based, accounting platforms are cloud-based. Everything has gone cloud, apart from telephone systems which have remained firmly in the 90s and working for the way that businesses from the 90s work. Everyone's in the office from 9 to 5 every day. We switch our desk phones on. We answer the calls, we put the desk phones back down again, and then we go home. Businesses don't work like that anymore. Businesses just work very remotely. I'm driving up here this evening. I can run my business landline numbers directly from my mobile. So I can still take calls when I'm driving over the tops from Lancashire to come up here this evening. Likewise, if I want to return a call, I can do that as well. Telephony just doesn't really work when it's built around hardware. So we've built Circle Loop around users. So, yeah, I mean, you can all read, so I don't need to run through all of that. I'm assuming you can all read anyway. We are in Yorkshire now, right? So, sorry, I was born in Huddersfield, so I'm actually Yorkshire. So, that's another reason to like me, right? I'm doing well tonight. So, basically, it gives you more control, it works anywhere, works on any device. So, Circle Loop runs in apps. You can run desk phones on it if you wish. But it runs in applications, so you can run it as a soft phone on your computer system, or you can run it on your mobile device as well. And it just allows you to take the business phone system with you wherever you want. It also offers some pretty cool features. So one of the other things that we hate about telephony in the UK is that every single additional feature you want, you pay more for. You want call recording, you pay more for it. You want voicemail transcription, you pay more for it. You want call tracking analytics, you pay more for it. You want CRM integrations, lucky if you can find a phone system that integrates with your CRM, but if you can't, you'll pay more for it. Not with Circle Loop. We sell Circle Loop on a SaaS basis, so you consume it in a similar way to how you consume other SaaS-based products on a per-user basis, and everything's included. So there's no bundles, no jargon, no add-ons, none of that rubbish. It's all included, and it's all in one simple price. So, on to HubSpot then, and why should you care? Because it's all well and good. Go ahead. Starts at £5 per user per month. It starts at £5 per user per month. So it's cost effective. And there's no line rental with that, of course. It just relies on you having an internet connection. So you need either an internet. Yeah, basically. Well, there are 2 plans. So there's what we call our PayG plan. So the PayG plan is £5 per user per month, and the PayG plan, you simply just pay for your call minutes at 3p a minute, basically. Or there's the unlimited plan, so if you're a heavy phone user, then you can mix and match these across your business as well. So you don't all have to be on the PayG plan, you can have an unlimited user here and 5 PayG users here, and that's how most customers tend to use it. If you've got a sales team, they'll put them on the unlimited plan. Unlimited plan is 15 quid a seat per month, so £15 per user. Unlimited calls to UK, USA, Canada and Ireland included in that plan as well. And then international calls are broadly at 3p a minute. Some countries are a little bit more, but 3p a minute for most of the EC. The HubSpot integration does a few key things, which actually, this is where the real value comes through. So I sit in front of a lot of people when I'm selling this thing. And I tell people about all the amazing technology we built and how clever we are, and nobody cares. So we say we built a cloud-based phone system, it runs in applications, you don't need clunky hardware anymore, forget line rentals, forget engineers, forget provisioning lead time, forget all of that. Nobody cares. Because actually that's not the value of the system. The value of the system is when you can integrate it into the tools that you're already using and start to find those big productivity and efficiency benefits that that delivers for you. And that's where Circle Loop really comes to life. So if you are a Circle Loop customer and you integrate it with HubSpot, the first thing it does is it synchronises your contacts into Circle Loop. That means that no matter where you are, whether you're on your mobile phone or whether you're on your computer system, you've got instant caller identification from anybody that's on your prospect list and anybody that's in your customer database. You know exactly who it is that's calling in. Second thing it does is it gives you instant click to call. So you can keep your team inside the CRM system at all times. So rather than having to copy and paste numbers or look at the number and tap it into your handset or whatever, you can simply click on the call button in HubSpot. So similarly, if you're using the HubSpot mobile integration at the moment where you assign your mobile number and use it as a ghost ID basically to call out, our apps will basically puppeteer that. So when you press it, it pushes the call out through Circle Loop instead. And the third and probably most impressive thing it does is it will automatically log every single call that is made, received, missed, voicemails, transcribed voicemails and call recordings against that contact record in your CRM. So that's really good for, well, number one, making sure that the customers have been contacted. Number two, for keeping an audit trail of calls that have been made. Number three, tracking things like scope creep. So if you're an agency, for example, or if you are working with customers on a regular basis where you brief them, where they brief you, and then you deliver some work for them and all of a sudden the brief's changed, well, all of a sudden you've got an audit trail in your CRM as to what the brief was, what was agreed with the call recordings, etc.
So is the recording by default?
You switch it on.
You switch it on once it's on.
You can also switch it off mid-call as well, so that's entirely. We have to allow that for GDPR reasons.
Yeah.
So basically, from a GDPR perspective, the rules changed slightly earlier this year, not to the extent that it actually makes a fundamental difference. But if you start having a conversation with somebody about, for example, payment card details, or if the conversation all of a sudden gets a bit personal and you don't really want that recording, you can actually toggle the recording off mid-call either on the soft phone or on the mobile device. It logs all of your call activity automatically, and you can also run reports on that as well. Circle Loop also has onboard analytics and call tracking, so one of the really cool things you can use this for. HubSpot, we love HubSpot as a business, and I'm not just saying that, we're HubSpot users, we pay a hell of a lot of money every year to be a HubSpot customer with the Sales Pro and the Marketing and Support Pro packages, so we are fully in Circle Loop as a business. The Circle Loop is somewhat ironic in that the telephone integration that they offer is outbound only, where Circle Loop's entire ecosystem is inbound, right? So we've resolved that with our integration, and you can get that inbound tracking as well. The second thing you can do, if you've got customers that are running campaigns, because we're a virtual numbering organisation, so because we're not tied by geography, because you don't have to have a physical line into your building in order to provision one of our numbers, you can have phone numbers from anywhere in the world, pretty much instantly. So anywhere in the UK you can provision a phone number within 30 seconds and it will work within 30 seconds. USA we can provision within an hour. So there's no more waiting a week for a phone number to be provisioned. If you're running a campaign and you want to put a call tracking number against that campaign, add a number in Circle Loop. That can happen. Never mind. It's not on. It's recorded, you are. Add a number in Circle Loop, and then when that number is dialed, our analytics platform is tracking that number for you, so you know how many calls you generated off that one campaign. And virtual numbers from anywhere in the UK, you can have for £2 a month, and then remove them when you don't want them anymore and stop paying for them. USA numbers £5 a month. So we've just tried to make it really easy. It's all self-service. What I was going to say before the projector gave up on me was we're so confident that Circle Loop will drive productivity benefits in your business that if it doesn't, we'll give you your money back. So if Circle Loop can't deliver the price that it costs you to have Circle Loop in productivity benefits, we'll refund your money. Simple as that. When you integrate this with HubSpot, it saves you so much time, so much effort that it can make a fundamental difference. I didn't want this to sound like a sales pitch, but I get that sounding kind of sales pitch, so sorry about that.
Due to GDPR, if you're calling someone up and calling them, do you have to inform them?
Only in the terms and conditions. Yeah. So the website terms and conditions, you have to inform that you may record calls. It's not compulsory or a legal requirement to inform people that you are recording the call, as long as it's UTC. That's what I was saying. Fantastic. And also, just to mention, for anybody that has clients that might be interested in Circle, we also offer a partner program as well. So the partner program basically pays you a revenue share on anybody that you generate for us. So basically, in summary, we're UK based, we're UK built. That makes us pretty rare. There is no other HubSpot Connect partner in the UK that has built their own phone system. Every other UK-based provider is using a US-based platform. Broadsoft, Twilio, Amazon Connect, for example. We don't use any of that. We've built it ourselves from the ground up. It was painful. It was as painful as it sounds to get to where we are with it. Yeah, basically, we're looking to work with UK businesses. We're growing super fast now. Particularly things like the HubSpot integration have really generated, just a massive number of leads for us, to be brutally honest. It's a great ecosystem to be involved with. We're interested to talk to anybody that wants to know anything else about Circle Loop. You can, of course, get yourself a free trial of our software as well. The trial is not limited, so you can integrate it with HubSpot. You can make and receive phone calls at will. You can't make international calls during the trial, but you can do pretty much everything else. If you go to our URL, circleloop.com/HubSpot, you'll get an extended trial of the software as well, with absolutely no obligation and no forceful sales process and no horrible telco rottweilers knocking on your door trying to get you to buy it. It's not what we're about. We're about trying to help organisations become more efficient with, frankly, better technology, but also integrated technology with the tools that you're already using. And that is the last we'll hear from me on the matter this evening, so thank you for your attention. It's appreciated, and if you've got any questions, find me afterwards, and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you. Go on then. Any questions?
I was going to ask, I know for but I did notice that you've got Zoho, Capsule, as other CRMs. I'm assuming that what you said was
Yeah, absolutely. So,
I won't judge you for talking about more that sort of stuff.
to be honest, when I sent Rich these slides, I was wondering if you might delete all of them. There's a few more actually now as well. I've not updated that, embarrassingly, but integrations is where the real value of this product comes through, we believe. So obviously HubSpot, we're a pipe drive technology partner. Capsule is a Manchester-based company, amazingly, who are doing brilliantly well. They were actually our first integration, so they kind of created the blueprint for what we were trying to do with this. We're a Zoho Tech partner. We've got Google Chrome app and Chrome extension. So Chrome extension allows you to click to call from anywhere on the internet via Circle Loop. We have Slack webhook application, so you can get call notifications sent into a Slack channel of your choice. We have an intercom integration, so if anyone uses intercom for support or anything like that, we've got an integration with intercom now. We've got an Infusionsoft integration, which we've just launched. That's not off the press. Infusionsoft is a similar CRM, I guess, to sort of Capsule, but kind of smaller businesses tend to use it.
and we are also for our team building a Salesforce integration at the moment as well, which is how the infrastructure is not easy to work with. HubSpot's API is beautiful because it's a modern REST API and we can kind of do whatever we want with it to an extent anyway. And it's really nice. Like I say, we love HubSpot. And HubSpot seems quite like us as well. Our development team has been invited to Boston in January to sit with the HubSpot tech bigwigs and figure out what else we can do with this integration, which is really exciting. So the teams have caught their attention, which is nice. And obviously we see these integrations as being a fundamental part of how we grow. So we're well in with, particularly we like modern REST API integrations. We're doing Salesforce because we kind of have to, but we have left it so much further down the line before we try to tackle it. So I suppose there's a few headaches, but we will get there with it. But yeah, it's been a bit of a journey so far.
So the integration between the CRM does make it interesting because it's so great when you make phone calls and you intend to put in the CRM, but then there's something else. It's something I know my clients about doing, and I know that capturing on the phone when you dial out, and it makes a recording that he's doing it, and then you go in like, that was a long phone call, 27 hours, because you've not gone in to capture what's ending, and just ended the call. So having that.
Well, exactly. That's
Zoho does come back and say, do you want to record this call?
That's right, because Zoho has the recording. Yeah, actually, we're not supposed to be talking about Zoho today, but actually Zoho has a little cool mini dialer within the CRM as well, so it allows you to note take during the call and then execute into the CRM. So it's quite nifty, really. But yeah.
Any other questions? Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mike. Does anybody need to quickly grab a drink or anything? No? Good? Yeah. Go quick. Run quick. You guys ready? You guys ready? So, the next speaker that we've got is Adam. So, Adam is our head of strategy at Six and Flow. He's going to talk you through how we plan and visualize strategy. I'll just read that title. So, if you can all help me welcome Adam. He's a little bit nervous.
So I'm Adam. I'm originally from Belfast, so if you can't understand the accent, just ask me to slow down a little bit. Oh, I'm going off pretty sorry. So this is about workshopping and how we plan and visualise our strategies to give sort of to ensure that everybody understands what's going on. So just a quick question for everyone. When's the last time you had all the senior stakeholders from the organisation in one room together? Anybody?
4 days ago.
4 days ago? Okay, well you just ruined it. So, for most people, it actually doesn't happen more than once every 18 months. So, what happens here is that the people who are making all the decisions about your company are not actually speaking to each other. Now, what this means is that it makes it really hard for people to actually relate sales to marketing and then marketing to HR and sort of see the whole view of the company. So, what we find is when we run these workshops is people's default position is just to look at things from their perspective. So marketing always talk about things which relate to marketers. So you're always talking about ROI uplift, brand impressions, statistics which don't really mean anything to salespeople. Whenever you speak to salespeople only care about sales. So we only care about how big their pipeline is, we only really want to be getting higher ROIs. And well, I don't really know what HR do, but they're always busy, so HR are normally concerned with that. So basically what happens is people try to put their strategies together and they speak to all these departments individually and they end up getting sort of strategy. It's not really a strategy, it's slightly flawed. So what we found is with some pretty big organisations is that there's a ton of misalignment. We had a workshop yesterday actually, and we asked him to give us a definition of a sales qualified lead. So marketing gave us a definition, turned around to his head of sales and says, does this definition match up? And he was like, Johnny, I've never had one of those before. So it was completely mismanaged. What it also means is that problems they're never clear cut. Marketing blame sales because they're not producing enough leads. Sales blame marketing because they're not producing enough leads. Marketing blame sales because we're not dealing with leads effectively. And the next issue is that complex issues always need cooperation. Like everyone always says, you can have your cake and eat it, you're not going to get fat. And there's always simple solutions to complex problems, and there isn't. is if you're trying to sell something like a CRM integration, it's not the same as selling a shadow bar. Do you know what I mean? It takes a lot of effort from a lot of different people. So we basically saw this in a lot of companies, and what we decided to do was, instead of just doing, you know, your bog standard persona, this is how your PPC is going to work, this is how everything works in isolation, we decided to put together a lot of quite in-depth and complex strategy documents. So the downside of this is, as Rich said earlier on, these are about 20,000 word documents and people tend to switch off, but we sort of feel that by doing that, we're giving context how everything's going to work. So, this is a quote by Ayn Rand, which I'm not a huge fan of her, but again, if you just write a line of zeros, it still means nothing. So if you give all the information to somebody and they don't have a clue what you're talking about, it's absolutely pointless. So we basically came up with quite a few different diagrams which break down each of the different parts of the inbound process, and then sort of conversational and account-based marketing as well, in order to give them as comprehensive a view of our strategy as possible. So I'm going to talk you through these now. So this first one is the limbic model. So whenever we're writing content, it's, you know, content's not a simple thing. You're not just going to shout what you want to shout at somebody. You have to sort of give a lot of different dog whistles to people in order for them to get what you're talking about. So you can't really see it very well, but whenever we identify our personas, we identify whether this person is balance orientated, dominance orientated, or stimulant orientated. Now, what this has is all the different emotions which are related to each other. And this was developed by I can't remember what his name is, but it was a German psychologist in the 1980s. So if somebody is, for example, a logic-based person, all of these emotions which are around them will also appeal to what the sort of content they want. So what we try to do is we go for the initial logic-based argument, but we try to use subtleties in our language to sort of, you know, to let them know that they're also got a moral element to it about that. Does that make sense, everyone? So the second model that we use is the topic clusters. Now, if any of you have HubSpot, you'll have the topic clusters tool in here. So why this is good is basically you put in what your main keyword is, and it shows the relation between your internal links on your blogs. So this one's about paid search. We are trying to now rank for Amazon ads, which is the main keyword here. So we started to create blogs which are about that keyword. And what it does, it shows if there is an internal link. There's actually not one in that system, but it shows that there is an internal link between the main pillar page and the subblog, which is used for SEO purposes. But it also shows like what sort of content we need to be writing in order to give value to that pillar page. Has anybody used your content tool before? Yeah, how do you find it?
Really useful. I've written a lot of stuff on
So the next thing that we use is the channel board. So basically how this works is it's got all the different aspects of a marketing plan, for example display, paid social, search, content, and then organic social. And then it has each stage that this is used in the funnel. So awareness, consideration, and decision. And then what we do here is just try to lay it very plainly for our clients that, you know, display may be used in the top two sections, but it's not used in the decision making stage. And we find that by sort of laying that like this, it gives them a clear overview instead of having to go into a hell of a amount of detail about how each of these is used on an individual basis. So the next one we use is a funnel lead diagrams. So what we try to do with this is to show actions which happen in sequence and actions which happen simultaneously. Sorry, Jay, of course. So what we try to do is to show how a customer moves through each stage of the funnel, but then the actions which are going on at the same time as that. So we've got the chatbot interaction at the top of the funnel to the mid of the funnel, and then basically if somebody drops out here, they go into a retargeting or a nurturing funnel. And then it just shows how, again, they're moving through with the different parts. And then this gets slightly more complicated whenever we move to sales sequencing. So what we try to do with sales sequencing is again show how this interaction works, but then the entire way through each of the stages to include calls and interactions from the sales team and the aftercare process as well. And finally, we use project road mapping. So what we try to do from a strategic point of view is to have 12 months planned as soon as we start with a client, and then have a strategic review every quarter. So what this does is shows the concentration for each of the phases, and then what we're going to do each month. And we find that by doing it this way, it's easier to sort of sell into a client, because if you say to them, yeah, we're just going to get you more customers, they want to know how, and again, if you give them it down in different segments, it just makes it a lot easier for them to understand. So, I know we've just sort of rifled through a lot of information there, and apologies if it was a bit too fast for everyone, but I just thought that we'd sort of give you some tools which you can use. So, this is, I would just go through to these. Basically, Databox is a great way to visualize all the different data points you have from HubSpot and then the other tools onto one dashboard. It's in real time, and again, it's you can set it up on your mobile, you can set it up on a laptop as well. Draw.io is a flow diagram creator, and basically you can move through every step quite quickly. What we do in the workshops is we generally do these in real time with the clients. Unsplash is just a great place to get stock photography. I don't think that's a big secret. Google Trends, basically with this you type in any keyword and it will give you the volume of that keyword, and then the different location of it, how it's being used, and what the traffic's looking like for it. If you take anything away from this, take away Canva. So Canva is basically just, it's essentially like Photoshop Lite, and it allows you to create diagrams. It's got 101 templates, very interactive and very easy to upload things onto. Noun Project is a place where you can get iconography for free, as long with a creative license, and it's got millions of them on there. And Lumen 5 is a video tool where you essentially upload a blog and it'll create a video from that blog, taking the key points of it using AI, and then you just drop stock photography over it. Again, it's very good for social because it allows you to just, within 5 minutes, have a usable video. And that's it. Any questions?
Does anybody use any tools like Databox or and so Databox is one of my favourite tools from like a business and not having a business operation level. So we can integrate all sorts of things, so things like Zero, accounting perspective, our time sheets go into the harvest. We have all of the HubSpot stats built in. So we then have that, it's not necessarily what's designed for, but we then have that projected on the screen in our office. So everybody in my office now knows where we are with our marketing stats, sales stats, finances, everything. It's a really effective tool. And from a client reporting, it means we can create dashboards where people can see in real time what's happening in their campaigns. Leaves a little bit of kind of the constant barrage that account management get from clients, because they can actually see it when they're necessary. Canva, some of you must have used Canva. Yeah. So Canva is a great tool. Like, it is limited. Like, it will take it to a level. But what it does is it empowers everybody who's not design trained to actually create graphics and visuals that don't look good. So, and that's not a great sales pitch, but that is where you get to. So I now have people on my team. So Adam included has never been trained in Photoshop. He's picked it up now and do it. Sorry to out here. But the stuff that's giving you from Canva looks like it's been done in Photoshop.
That's it. I have been trained in Photoshop, but I much prefer Canva.
So, but we also have a designer on the team who fucking hates Canva, because I think what he's seeing is everybody being as good as good. But that's like some of those tools. So Lumen 5 for us is a tool that we've been playing around with for about 6 months now. And it is, so the AI engine in it will look at your blog post, will pick out what it thinks is the key points, and pull those into some background videos with titles over the top of it. So one of those like interactive slideshow type thing. And that is great fodder for 2 things. So if you've got a blog post, you put a video on it, it's going to help you, depending on how you position it, it's going to help you progress your own. It can help you put content for your blog and now sit on YouTube. It will also help, like Adam said, from a social perspective, because it's just giving you. So say you write a blog post about whatever it is. So we've written a blog post about how we use workshops, although we did actually do it. Like, if we've done a Lumen video 5 for that, what that would give us is a video that was taking that one piece of content and turned it into multiple mediums. Now we can put that in all of those places that video should go. So we stick videos, YouTube, social. Then we've also got the written content, and we can actually start to put more content in more places, and people will engage with it more. Because let's be honest, how many of you in here would rather read an 800-word blog post that has got, that you'll scan it to look at the bullet points and the headings, or a 30-second video? It makes more sense with how we consume media. And to produce one of those, it will literally take you from beginning to end 15 minutes to actually have a video that is off the back of the blog post, which is it's a great tool. No, Lumify is about, it's a monthly subscription of
$7, I think it is.
Yeah,
per month.
it's pretty much roughly. I've had a couple of beers now, and we are, it doesn't really matter, but the North doesn't matter, that's not what I meant. Animoto is an alternative, but that you could use. And what's the other one that we used to use?
Animoto is not. Animoto is slightly different because you can't do that.
But it's
Auto Magical is another one.
Auto Magical is one, but the problem with Auto Magical, and the videos, you could edit more and you could do more stuff with it. But actually, it charges you on a per video basis, but not just a per video basis, but per video per platform basis. So if you wanted an Instagram size one, an Instagram story size one, a YouTube size one, you'd have to pay another $4 or whatever. So it gets expensive very quickly. Lumify, you pay your subscription on top of video plan.
What is the new Now project?
Noun project. So basically, it gives you different icons. It's kind of like Google search. You type in something that any search query, and it'll give you icons which relate to that search query. So it's good for graphic designers if they're struggling to find something. They can quickly download one of those, bang it into Canva, and have a graphic available in a few minutes.
And that's
Yeah, it's free with Creative Commons, but yeah, basically. Is there any more questions? No? Okay, well, thanks everyone for listening. Cheers.
So that's kind of the end of our presentations and kind of everything else. We've got the space of kind of as long as we want, officially until 8, I think. But like it's nice to hang out, like everybody asks questions. That's the benefit of doing these things, is so you can actually talk to other marketers, other salespeople, and actually talk about this stuff. So by all means, stay as long as you want. So Rose is in the back, Charlotte's in the back, me and Adam are both here, Matt's still here. So if you want to talk about any of the stuff that we talked about, we're all happy to chat. And then next year, probably the first one is likely to be either back end of February, early March. That's when we'll have the next one. So if we don't see you before that, then Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that kind of stuff. Thank you for coming tonight as well. Thank you.